What makes a house a home? Over 8 weeks, 21 homes bursting with style and character are competing to be crowned Home of the Year. Tonight, the judges will visit 3 very different homes, scoring each of them out of 10. The home with the highest score will go through to the final at the end of the series. Looking for functionality, individuality and clever design are design legend Hugh Wallace.
In this show, I'm always intrigued when the door opens for the first time, walking in and seeing the imagination of people.
Award-winning interior designer Susie McAdam.
The most successful interior design for me is when there's a strong balance between the architecture and the interior design.
And award-winning architect Amanda Bone.
With restorations, and as an architect, I think it's extremely important that respect is shown to the original building.
But there can only be one winner. This is Home of the Year. Rachel and Robert Hobbs live in a renovated 200-year-old farmhouse in Cork, and interior designer Rachel was very hands-on with the design.
We essentially started from scratch, kept the main walls and ended up with this.
We had to be true to the original house and I felt quite strongly about that. But we have gone for this fibre cement cladding in a dark black. We didn't want anything that looked like it was trying to be the farmhouse but wasn't. We did definitely want that stark difference. We moved in just before Christmas in 2019. Thankful to be in here for lockdown. It would have been a different experience otherwise. Rocco's bedroom he loves it. We have a floating bunk bed. It can be a little den or we can put the mattress up there and it's a bunk bed. And then he has a climbing wall and he'll pretend they're rock climbing. They pretend they're Spider-Man. It's added loads to that room. My favourite spot, it's the landing space. It links the 2 floors and the whole area in our house. I was trying to explore some different ways to finish it that wouldn't be blocking the light. And what we hit upon was this floor net. It actually has created a landing space that isn't a walk-through space. It's a room we spend time in. So I know that it wasn't a small undertaking that we did, but I know that it was worth all the work. It's been brilliant to see the finished product now.
The judges must now assess the home armed with only the basic facts about the property and its owners.
Walking up to the house is great because you have the original buildings and the extension, which is very modern, is to the rear. So I think they've respected the original building very well.
I think this extension has clearly been designed to take full advantage of the grade orientation because we're getting east light, we're getting south light, and we're getting west light.
I love the sense of shelter here. You come up the incline to this totally new level. There's a great area for the kids, and what a glorious place to sit in the sunshine.
Look at that now. I love it.
Wow. I've never seen anything like this.
I'm just trying to figure out what it's for.
I'd say it's for the kids to play on.
Instead of maybe a mezzanine or glass, it's allowing the light flood through, but it's also really playful design as well.
I think this is probably the best spot in the house. The kitchen feels very dark, but I suppose I'm actually seeing past that. In some respects, I'm not even interested in it. My eye is drawn to the best part of this house and this extension, which is outside.
This room, I think I'm walking back into the past because of that mustard yellow around the lower section of the walls. That's the throwback to the original house. Look at this.
Fabulous room.
I'm very much in the old part of the house in terms of the proportions of the room. It feels very bright, although I get the sense that it's an evening room. Again, with all the windows on 3 sides, it's really full of light.
The tones for me, I think, are really effective. The lovely rich green and burnt oranges. And I see there's a super cushion. I wonder, is that specially for you, Hugh?
I thought it said supper. My tummy is telling me it's lunchtime. It's a real little den at the end of the house. This is a lovely little room to come to.
Move on. I wasn't expecting it to be so spacious up here.
This is brilliant. I mean, I love this.
Come on, we have to get on it.
Are we going in?
Yeah.
All 3 of us.
Hold on,
Shoes
away.
off. Okay, you test it first, Hugh.
Ah, babes. Look at that now.
Comfy?
Yeah, isn't this great? The kids must just, with their parents have such fun up in this space, you know?
I just say they have great crack here. It's a playroom, it's an adult hangout area. This is a house of fun.
And I can see it's their favourite spot. And I can totally see why. There's that incredible view of the forest behind. I can imagine the parents sitting here, maybe reading a bedtime story, but it might be hard to get them to bed, I'd say, when they're playing in that canopy.
I reckon they fall asleep here.
I think we'll leave you there, Hugh.
Oh, please do, Amanda.
And the fun continues.
Indeed.
A bed that looks like it's suspended from the ceiling, a climbing wall.
A really magical room. You really get the sense the homeowners have prioritised the family and fun in this house. And this is a really clever design. A den and a nook, a great place to hide and play in.
Here we are in the main bedroom. Nice high ceilings, very simple room. I love the colours that we've seen elsewhere in this house. Just lovely little fabrics and fun. I think all of that really works so well.
I definitely feel the homeowner has a strong design sense and eye, the way they've collected these quite unusual combination of colours, but it's working really nicely.
It's a great sized bedroom. It's facing east, so it's the right orientation. However, when you're working with a period property, it's all about minimal intervention and a clear distinction between the new and the old. The extension here is so big that it overpowers the original house. The other issue I have is with the choice of materials, because they're using a fake timber cladding and a cement panel boarding to the extension. And I would question if they're appropriate materials to use.
My view on this house is that the owners have taken what they were given and have done an amazing job on the inside. The house is a real family home.
I take on board what you say, Hugh, and I agree that the homeowners have really made this house their home.
The home will now be marked out of 10. One score will be held back until the judges have seen all 3 homes, when their combined scores will be revealed.
The homeowner's creativity and ability to use colour enhances the design style. This is a fun-filled family home. I'm delighted to give it a 9.
I really admire how the homeowners have created a home brimming with fun and energy. I love the unexpected design choices, such as the net in the hallway and the floating bunk beds. I'm giving this home a 9.
The homeowners have created an indoor playground for adults and children, and the extension makes the most of its orientation and light. However, I'm not convinced by the size and the detailing of the extension.
Management consultant Jennifer Sheehan completely renovated her late 1800s cottage in Dublin.
I always wanted to live in a cottage, but they're obviously very small and I needed a little bit more space. So yeah, it was definitely a labour of love. I really get a kick out of, things that have dual usage or maximising space as much as possible. Putting in these little storage areas, cubby holes, everything. All the dining area seating has storage underneath it. The couch ottoman has storage underneath it. There's just little nooks everywhere. There isn't a square inch wasted in this house. We made use of absolutely everything. This is my favourite spot. It's so bright and cheery, and it's a great place to entertain or to fold away the table and lie out if we get a few rays of sunshine. I love being out here. It makes me smile every time I see it. During the pandemic, I was working from home full-time, so the house was even more important, I guess, than it ever would have been. It needed to serve every purpose, office, gym at certain times, home, everything. It's just better than I could ever have dreamed of. I love every inch of it. I just love it.
A tiny, quirky cottage full of character. I worked around the corner, so I know a little bit about the history. These houses were originally built for firemen. Each house had a bell that was connected directly back to the fire station. So when an alarm went off, the bell in your house rang.
Isn't that amazing? Shall we go in?
Yes.
Oh, I love this.
Look at this. I didn't expect this at all.
It's a petite but almost perfectly formed space, and they've managed to fit in a great sized kitchen, the banquette dining with that wonderful artwork, and the mustard yellow living area. It's just wonderful.
One of the things that this show is looking for is clever design, and that's definitely what's here.
So I have my hoovers, and it's about ergonomics and how you use space. This is a tiny house, and yet from here, there's a real sense of openness and spaciousness.
This is a great kitchen, very cleverly designed, plenty of workspace, and these brilliant pocket doors slide back, allow the countertop to run in, and just conceals all the bits and pieces, otherwise it would look cluttered. Now this is a real bonus, to have some private outdoor space. Favourite spot? We're in the fresh air, but also from here, you have a great view of the new first floor extension. Plus, I'm getting a glimpse of what looks like a roof garden, but this is very clever, because this table, folds back up, plenty of space.
What I love about the courtyard is this vertical garden. It's a great way to get natural planting in quite a tight space. And there's a great sense of vibrancy out there. You have the zesty green deck chairs, and I absolutely love those terrazzo tiles. Disco bathroom. They've gone for an incredible, almost a raspberry pink in here. It feels very generous and spacious for quite a tight space, but they've cleverly managed to fit in some additional storage as well.
Look at this little dinky room. This is the original size of the rooms. So imagine how small these houses were, and they had such big families.
Because we've gone down a couple of steps, we get a really great floor-to-ceiling height. But it means that the sill of the window is quite high. But I think that's good because it gives you a bit more privacy from people passing by on the street.
I like their choice of sofa. I think, just check. Yes, it's actually a sofa bed, which makes so much sense, particularly in these small cottages where all rooms have to work really hard and be multifunctional. But the item I'm most interested in is, what is that, Hugh?
Look, Susie.
I love it.
Well, we're up on the roof, and they've created this terrific space.
This whole room is a dormer room. So they've refurbished the existing roof, provided a decent-sized bedroom, which isn't visible from the street, and the view out to the roof garden is great.
I particularly love that teal fluted velvet bed, and it's very clever. They seem to have put in storage in the eaves of the house, and interestingly, they've used wall lights, I think, instead of ceiling lights in this room.
Really, at this stage, it's nothing less than I'd expect in this house. I think what this homeowner has shown is you can take a very small house and you can transform it into a modern home and yet stamp your personality on it.
Oh, very glam ensuite. I actually used these tiles in my mum's house and I got a panicked call because she thought the tiler had done them incorrectly, but they are actually meant to be like this, and I love the movement and how they kind of undulate. But I also love the marble sink. It gives a real touch of luxury.
What intrigues me is, you know the big chimney we saw outside?
Yeah.
And because it's no longer used for fireplaces, they've now used it to get a roof light in, allowing light into the hall. So this house is really all about maximising the use and the functionality of it. So there's real learning in this home for anyone.
From the outside, this home looks like a quirky period cottage with no sense of what lies behind the front door. Cleverly designed interiors make every room feel surprisingly spacious. This home is a brilliant example of what you can achieve with good design. I'm giving it a 9.
These homeowners have shown through thought and consideration that small is big, functional and inspirational. They've shown this old dog some new tricks. And for that reason, I'm delighted to give this home a perfect 10.
Despite the restraints of the size, the homeowner has managed to create a spacious home full of individuality and style. I really admire their use of colour and texture, from the mustard yellow of the living room to the teals in the bedroom. Clever joinery is used to maximise every inch of potential storage. A true example that good things do come in small packages.
In 2016, Richard Brown and Lara Salmon Brown built a contemporary farmhouse on his family farm in County Down.
We wanted the front of the house to mimic what a traditional farmhouse would look like, and then the rest of the house is quite modern and different. We didn't want a square box. The idea behind the barn was that it would blend itself into the yard as if it was here all the time and the new bit of the house was built onto it.
We don't like a lot of clutter, so I suppose you could say it's quite minimal, but we have also pulled in a few traditional undertones here and there as well.
The cinema room is in the barn bit of the house. It wasn't originally in the plans. The round roof helps with the acoustics and it's just a very cool space to chill out in. This is our favourite spot in the house. It's the main kitchen living area. We can see the fields and the cows and the rabbits, and it's where we spend most of our time relaxing, so it is our favourite part of the house.
It's hard to know what the judges are going to think of our home.
At the end of the day, we like our house. Yeah, they can like it if they like. If they don't, stuff them. I like my home.
What a stunning location for this house. We have a traditional style farmhouse linked back to a barn at the rear. What a start to the day.
Nice concrete floor.
Lovely use of very simple materials, the oak on the doors and the staircase, the concrete floor, and a beautiful view through to a living space.
They've chosen a very light grey on the walls, which I think complements the concrete. And I love how you get a glimpse of that stonework that we saw on the facade through in the living room.
I just can't keep my eyes off this beautiful floor. I love how they've continued it from the entrance hall right into this open plan area.
I just love the simplicity of this kitchen because it's lovely and clean. There's no wall units at a high level, and I think that really helps to the openness of the kitchen area. And then I have my favourite pet cow.
It wouldn't be a proper country kitchen without an aga, and they've created a focal point along with the window, which is cleverly designed in that the countertops flow directly into it, so it's really bringing you out, I think, into the landscape.
It's a very discreet kitchen, and you know I just love the modern, minimalist look.
I'm quite unsure about the banquette, even though I use them a lot in kitchens because they're very cozy and you can throw a lot of kids into them. But the way it's just abstracted out of the island, it feels as though it could be very awkward to get in and out of.
Well, a couple of things. I think only a child could actually sit in that seating. It's so narrow. But I'm very confused because of a dining area and seating over there. I have more seats here, and I have seating to the counter here. And I'm just going, why do I need all that?
And you're gonna laugh at this one, because you know the way I love white walls and I love empty spaces. But I think there's just too many hard surfaces here throughout. And I think because it's monochrome. And yes, I would actually like to have seen more colour or maybe another texture.
I have to say, I totally agree. We're devoid of colour, and it's really lacking the texture of the rugs, the artwork, cushions. It's an incredible location, but it's missing that element, and I think it would have made the room.
And look what I've spotted. The homeowner's favourite spot. Lovely big 2-storey high space. I have a connection back to the room upstairs and loads of natural light.
Well, we're right in the heart of the home, and I imagine quite a lot of activity happens here. I think I can see even rabbits and a hutch outside, so I don't think you'd miss a beat in this spot. Colour at last.
It's a very bright living room. You're getting light in from 3 sides and lovely high ceilings.
Very unusual pieces, the 2 sconces. My only comment is I wish they had really gone for it in this room. So we have the fireplace and the unusual lights, and if they had chosen more Victorian pieces, darker colours, even some panelling, it's a little bit neither here nor there at the moment.
Well, I don't actually agree. I think this room is quite interesting. It's sort of a nod to the past and nostalgia, and they have bits and pieces that travel with them. And if you like, it's the old meets new, and I think they've done very well. So it's a nod to the past, but it's actually really about their future. Very nice camp bedroom, lovely colour scheme. I like the wallpaper because it looks like stone on the wall, and a beautiful view out the window from the bed. But also you have A lovely connection down to the living room.
Yes, it's a very calm, tranquil bedroom. And I love how the sunlight just comes in and casts an almost fairy tale shadow on the headboard. Unfortunately, though, it's just a bit lacking that oomph I need in a bedroom.
I agree with you, Susie, and I think that's because there's a complete lack of continuity between the rooms of the house that we've seen so far.
I'm jealous. Look at this, we're up in the roof of the barn. Beautiful shape, and even better, we have the cinema room.
As a movie lover, I think anyone who's fortunate to have room for a cinema room in their home is so lucky.
The seating looks extremely comfy. I don't know if you can give it a whirl, Hugh.
Hold on, wait.
That beanbag has my name written all over it. What? It actually is quite comfy, yeah. You might not get me out of here though, Hugh.
You mad thing.
A modern farmhouse set in rolling countryside. The homeowners have created a bright, open-plan home with incredible views of the surrounding farmland. I feel the interior lacks colour, texture, and that wow factor that I'm looking for in this competition. And for that reason, I give this home a 6.
The beautiful concrete floor in the entrance hall and the open plan area caught my eye as soon as I walked in. And I feel there's a lack of continuity between the rooms in this home. The open plan area is monochromatic and the front living room is too busy. I'm giving this home a 6.
The homeowner's use of concrete floors, a simple colour palette and heirlooms creates a calm and comfortable tone throughout. This home pays respect to past heritage, its connection to the land and to the future.
Now that the judges have visited all 3 homes, it's time to see how they measure up against each other. First, Amanda reveals her score for the renovated farmhouse in County Cork.
When you walked in the front door, above your head was that netting, which created this play zone for kids and adults on the first floor. I hadn't seen anything like that before, but as an architect, I would just question the scale of the extension. I felt it overpowered the original building. I gave the home an 8.
2 9s and an 8 is 26. I think that's a good score for that home.
Next, Susie gives us her score for the Refurbished cottage in Dublin.
What I love is, despite the fact it's highly functional and it maximised every single nook and corner, it was also very stylish and chic, and that's very hard to achieve. So I was thrilled to give this home a 9.
Wow, 2 9s and a 10, 28.
Definitely well deserved.
And finally, Hugh tells us his score for the modern farmhouse in County Down.
Lovely big, modern, open-plan living kitchen dining area. The front room was a relationship to the past, particularly the fireplace. We went up to that lovely cinema room, which I think everybody would love. I gave this a well-deserved 8.
Yes, the surrounding landscape was stunning, but it wasn't enough for me.
Well, I do understand you have to justify your position, but you're just both wrong. 2 6s and an 8 is 20.
So we have a winner, and I think out of the 3, that's definitely the right choice, because it's also great to have a small home in the final.
Our next home through to the final is the cottage in Dublin. And next week, the search continues for Home of the Year.